Hey gang, today we are here at Disney's Contemporary Resort checking out some brand new food that they just dropped. Steakhouse 71 Lounge just changed their menu a few months ago and got rid of some of my favorite wings at Walt Disney World, the PB&J wings. So we're going to try to see if these wings even come close. We're also going to be heading to the Contempo Cafe to try even more new menu items and see what's worth grabbing on your next trip. Let's go find out if these new menu items are an absolute must get, but in order to get them, you guys gotta come along.
It's based off our name.
I just got back here to Orlando from my beautiful Georgia mountain vacation, and I think the Georgia mountains spoiled me when it came to temperature because I did not want to go to a park today. Although I've been gone for a whole week and I was really wanting to get to a park, I needed to do something inside. And you guys know I love coming to find new food at all the resorts here at Walt Disney World, and the Contemporary just dropped a good amount of food. So I was like, why don't we go there, check everything out? We can have an indoor fun Disney day right at the resort. And before we head to our first food location, I also heard they dropped a new monorail bag. And since we're in the resort where monorails are constantly going through it, we have to go hop over to their shop and see if we can find this new bag, and then we'll head to our first dining location at Contempo Cafe. I just absolutely love stepping into the Contemporary Resort. It always reminds me of my childhood because truthfully, it really hasn't changed too much. They haven't done too many updates. It looks pretty much the same. These neon Mickey signs were not here when I was little, but I welcome them because it's one of my favorite little photo ops. And then right next to them is the Buena Vista gifts. So I'm hoping they have not only am I hoping they have the new monorail bag, which is what I was about to say, I literally can see them from here. It's an entire little area devoted to these new bags. And they definitely were expecting these new items to be a big deal because they are limiting them 2 per guest, which if you're getting 2 of them, they will cost you $75 a piece, but they are really, really cute. It's like a little fabric. Oh, it's kind of like a satin and thread bag. And then on the back here, it says Disney's Contemporary Resort, all embroidered. This is cool too. It has like a little belt loop area here, and this is put on not by Loungefly, this is by Lug and Disney Parks together. I really do like it. I just don't know if I like it $75 worth, but maybe for a little Christmas gift I might get myself. But this is a really cute new little item. It also looks like they have a ton of new monorail themed merch. I mean, look at this cool little tee. This one is giving all the Florida vibes. I love the Contemporary in the background with the sunshine and the clouds. I think that's the back, yeah. So that's more of a back tee, and then it just says Classic Contemporary Resort on the front. They do even have a Roosevelt style Hawaiian t-shirt. That is very, very soft. Usually t-shirts like this are really expensive. This is probably more expensive than the bag. Nope, cheaper than the bag. This is only $64.99. It's definitely the type of park bag that I like because it does have the strap that pulls out, so it can be a little side bag, which is what I usually wear anyway. So I do kind of want it. It is really, really pretty, really nice, but there are lots of them here, so I don't think they're going away anytime soon. Now, what I think would be cool is if they had different stripes on them, because everyone has a favorite monorail color. They went with the classic red. My favorite monorail is kind of the teal looking green one or the gold one. So it would be cool if it was a pick your own. So I think that would be really cool to have maybe a couple different colors, but maybe this is just the first one and they're gonna give us some more renditions. But you guys know I cannot eat this bag. That's not what we're here for. We're here for all the new food, not the new merch, but I had to just show it because it literally dropped an hour ago. Since we're upstairs here, we can finally head to our first little dining location right next door at the Contempo Cafe. And you would almost think that this is the fine dining location with a view like that. You can mobile order your food, you can walk up and grab it and sit down and get a perfect view of the monorail coming through this resort. First new item, and it's almost in a mystery box. What do you think What do you think this might be? You've definitely seen this box before inside of Magic Kingdom over at Pinocchio Village House. So I'm interested to see, well, I already know, but you guys don't know what the new item is and if it's the same as the one that's inside of the Pinocchio Village House. Let's take a peek and dive in to our first new item. First up is a buffalo chicken flatbread. It's chicken and buffalo sauce, cheddar, mozzarella, and zesty ranch for $13.29. So far, it's definitely looking very similar to the flatbreads over in Magic Kingdom at Pinocchio's. Will it taste the same is what I'm interested to find out. I'm also interested to see if we can get any sort of cheese pull from this little pizza here. Not too much, although it does look very, very cheesy. There also is a good amount of chicken on here. I feel like sometimes when you get any sort of like meat flatbread, there's like 2 pieces of chicken. There's at least like 4 to 5 pieces of chicken per little slice here. So I appreciate that, and hopefully I'll appreciate this new flatbread, the buffalo chicken flatbread. Okay, I actually love it. And although the toppings taste similar, for some reason, I don't know if they're just baking it better or putting it in a better oven here at Contempo Cafe. The bottom is nice and crisp. It has 0 flop. It's a very, very crispy flatbread, but not overcooked either. So I think it might be the same ingredients as Pinocchio's in Magic Kingdom. They might just be putting a little extra pixie dust on it here at Contempo Cafe, and it is so delicious. Now, one thing that I want to do to elevate this, to make it kind of my own new dish here at the Contemporary, is add a little bit of something sweet. So it's already a hot chicken flatbread. Why not make it a hot honey chicken flatbread? So up at their little bar here, they just have, you know, different things to mix in with your coffee. So I just grabbed a little honey packet here. If I can get it open, my hands are kind of slippery from the flatbread. And then we're just gonna do a little drizzle of this honey. Oh yes. Right on the top there. And now it's a hot honey chicken flatbread. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Honey, you better get your own, because this is most certainly the way. So good. And next up, let alone being one of their newest menu items, it's also one of the cheapest. This is their barbecued pork sandwich. It's served with some coleslaw and pickles on a brioche bun for only $11.49. I cannot believe that this is one of their cheapest menu items, because I am barely holding this thing up, you guys. It is leaning, it is bending, and that is because it is a ginormous pulled pork sandwich. The brioche bun looks absolutely delicious. The Disney fries look like they're Disney fries, you know, nothing to write home about. But this sandwich is so ginormous, I think we're gonna have to cut it in half. There is just no way I'm gonna be able to get this thing all up in my mouth. Now, truth be told, I do not usually love coleslaw. I love pickles, but coleslaw usually isn't my favorite, but sometimes it gives a sandwich like this the little acidity and crunch that it needs. So I am gonna leave it on here and try it the way that they delivered it to me. But let's see the little center cut of this $11.49 sandwich. Oh my goodness, that is some pulled pork heaven deliciousness. And with the monorail going by in the background, it really doesn't get much better than that. The brand new pulled pork sandwich. I love pickles. I do not mind that coleslaw at all. It is very, very mild. It pretty much is just adding textural flavor. I don't get a lot of like coleslaw wateriness. Now what I am getting are those crunchy, acidic pickles mixed with the soft, tender pulled pork. This sandwich is so fantastic. I can't believe it's under $15. Well, it's literally under $12, which I really can't believe. And they just packed the meat in there, you guys. There is so much pulled pork. I really do think, to be a little healthy, you could like get it without the bun. and have kind of just like a little pulled pork salad with all the dressing that's on there. But the brioche bun is definitely keeping everything together, nice and tight, nice and delicious. I love this new sandwich. This might be my sandwich of the summer for sure. And don't think that the Contempo Cafe left us hanging for new desserts. Of course, they have a new cheesecake. This is a brand new raspberry and elderberry cheesecake for $6.29. On the menu here, they do just kind of call it a seasonal cheesecake, but I did find out that it is a raspberry and elderberry cheesecake. But my favorite sort of cheesecake is ones like this, where they almost put it just like on a vanilla wafer on the bottom, where it's not like a proper cheesecake, almost like a deconstructed one. So I think this is going to be pretty dang good. And like I said, they're considering it their like summer seasonal cheesecake. So I would imagine it's good, and I imagine it's going to be gone really, really fast. So make sure you guys get it. And I cannot wait to get this thing in my gullet. And I love the little raspberry pieces they put on top here. I think it's going to be a pretty good bite. The raspberry elderberry cheesecake. It is so good, but I think that's what I love about cheesecake. It is a little bit savory, having that cheese or mascarpone in there, and then the little icing on top. I wonder if what's on top is the elderberry and not the raspberry. No, that tastes like raspberry, like rock candy on top. It is so, so good. A little pricey, I think, putting it around a $7 range, but I do think cheesecake in general can be a little pricey. But if you guys like cheesecake, especially ones that are only going to be here for a limited time, definitely come and get this one at Contempo Cafe. All right, so those new items were definitely worth it, and I do think definitely worth an extra stop here at their walk up to grab. Out of the three things I had, I do think my favorite, believe it or not, was that buffalo chicken flatbread. It makes it even better, putting that honey on top, really giving it a little extra love, although the cheesecake was very good. And then also, so you guys know, they do have some new grab and go items. They have a new Italian sub that looked really, really good, as well as a chicken salad croissant you can just come and grab for lunch, even a new little Incredibles dark chocolate cupcake. So a lot of new happening right here at the Contemporary Resort. But the day's not over, we still have some new things to check out. And oh my goodness, you guys, we have friends joining us. Welcome to the Contemporary. How's it going, Goofy? The whole gang's all here. We got Pluto coming in, Goofy. They know where to cool off. They know where they want to come when it's too hot outside. And now we have made it downstairs here for our next stop over at Steakhouse 71 Lounge. You can either do a sit-down dining experience, which does require a reservation, or you can walk up to their lounge and get some amazing food as well. Now, they don't have anything super new on their menu, but they did get rid of one of my favorite items, one of my favorite dishes here at Walt Disney World. They used to have a PB&J wing, like pub style wings, and a couple months, maybe even close to a year ago, they got rid of them and changed out the wings, and they were my favorite wings here at Walt Disney World. So I figured, you know what? I haven't shown the new wings here yet, so we gotta pop in here and check it out. Let's head to Steakhouse 71 Lounge. And we have arrived inside of Steakhouse 71 Lounge, and I love coming to sit right at these sofas here. It is so peaceful. You can walk up and grab a seat, and they have a lot of them. You can sit at the bar as well, but just look at this beauty. It is just so stunning and relaxing sitting here and grabbing some grub. When eating at the lounge as opposed to the sit-down restaurant, the only disadvantage, in my opinion, is that they do have a smaller menu. But to me, they have some of the best menu items at the lounge itself. They have the lump crab cakes, loaded mac and cheese, the steakhouse onion rings, of course the wings we're gonna be checking out, the famous stack burger, which you can get inside of the restaurant, shrimp cocktail, bacon and eggs, French onion soup, a little salad. And while at Steakhouse 71 Lounge, you have to get one of their not so new cocktails. This is their Citrus Blossom Groves. It's Campari liqueur, chartreuse green liqueur, citrus juices, simple syrup, and orange bitters for $14.50. Cheers, gang. You have to get a little cocktail if you're at Steakhouse 71 Lounge. It's kind of what they're known for, some bougie, delicious, fresh cocktails. And especially if you're on vacation and really wanting a Florida vibe cocktail, I think you have to go with the Citrus Blossom Groves. I mean, it's in the name. It has orange bitters, lots of juices in there, and a beautiful, beautiful presentation. And I forgot to mention, she's a strong one. It is so delicious, so tart. I think this is kind of one of those one and done drinks. If you want to come here before walking into the Magic Kingdom or for a little nightcap, this is certainly the drink for you. But this is not really what we're here for. We have to check out these brand new chicken wings. Although the wings that they have here are not brand spanking new, they dropped maybe a couple months back, maybe a full year ago, but I have not got to try them. And I am a little scared to do so because they replaced probably my favorite wing that was at Walt Disney World. They used to have a PB&J wing here, and it was my favorite. Now, was it my favorite wing of all time? Probably not, because I'm into a little bit more of a spicy wing, but it was the best PB&J wing I have ever had. I've gone to different pubs, different restaurants, and tried different versions of peanut butter and jelly wings, and I'm telling you, Steakhouse 71 Lounge did have the best one. It was my favorite, so we have to try these new wings that replace them, and I'm interested to see if they're similar to the ones over at Ohana as well, but there's only one way to find out. These are the Chipotle Honey Barbecue Wings. They're served with celery and carrots and your choice of dip for $14. I can already see a presentation difference. The PB&J wings, of course, came in kind of like a cute little fry basket that just kind of like elevated the look a little bit. This is served a little more classic, I guess, on a plate. It does look like it is the same amount of wings, though. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wings. I believe the PB&J had about the same, if not maybe 6. Maybe they had 6, but I do think it was just 5. And I did ask for ranch on the side, but my awesome server did bring me a little something extra special because he found out I liked the spice. And this is actually a spicy vegan ranch, so we'll get to try their regular and a new little classic. But let's dive into these wings. I think I'm going to grab a flat first because I happen to be a flat person over a drum person, and I want to hear from you guys. Leave in the comments below. Are you into the flats? Or are you into the classic wing style drumstick? And these are the Chipotle Honey Barbecue Wings. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was kind of expecting to not like these or not like them as much as the PB&J wings. At least that's what I was gonna tell myself. But I really like this, and it actually has the best of both worlds. They are sweet, like the PB&J wings, but they have a little kick, and I don't know where that kick is coming from, because it's like supposed to be a honey barbecue, but they are a little spicy, a little sweet. Are they as unique as those PB&J wings? I don't think so, but I still really, really like them, and I'm glad they kept them at the same price point. So if you're craving some delicious wings while you're here at the Contemporary, I think you're gonna really like these. I've gotta say, I think the best thing about their wings here is they really are frying them up correctly. They are crispy, they're not gummy, they don't have those like weird tendons in them. It is like the perfect bite, and especially the size of them. Yes, you're only maybe getting 5, but these are huge. I'm gonna try it with the regular ranch. Now for dipping, I feel like I do need to switch to a drum, because a drum's a little bit easier to dip. Let's do the regular ranch first. A little dip in that. I don't really like dipping my wings in any sort of ranch, because for me, it kind of covers up the flavor of the wing that you got in the first place. I feel like ranch is for people who like don't like wings, and so they just drench it in ranch. However, a vegan spicy ranch, yeah, I'm interested in this one. So let's do a little dip in that. A vegan spicy ranch, let's go. Okay, that one I will dip in. Oh my gosh. And it tastes exactly like ranch, and I'm assuming that they used some sort of vegan milk or buttercream to make it. That's a finger looking good. And if you guys want to try that ranch, you do have to ask for it because they serve it with their Steakhouse 71 onion rings. So it's just a little extra secret you can ask for on the side, but maybe also get the onion rings too. I've had them before and they're fantastic. And so are these wings. I'm very, very shocked. I do wish they had both. Steakhouse 71, if you're listening, why not have a spicy and a sweet wing? It just depends what you toss it in, right? And bring the cute little baskets back. I really like, I'm a presentation girly, so I love a good wing in a fry basket instead of just laid out on the plate. But all in all, a really, really crispy, not gummy, delicious wing. I was about to leave and pay my check and they were like, oh no, we have dessert for you. They brought me out a cute little like Mickey Bunt chocolate cake and a little half glass of champagne. Are you kidding me? What a way to end the day. Look at all the bubbles. The bubbles. And let's try this little chocolate bundt cake. It's almost like a brownie. It's like a brownie bundt cake. Oh yeah. That's what that is. I don't know why they decided to treat me today, but I'm not asking too many questions. This is so delicious. And I was noticing through the windows here, you can actually see some new construction. And I think I might want to go downstairs to take a little bit of closer look. If you guys cannot tell right here, this is going to be the new Fort Wilderness DVC Lodge that they're building, but it looks like down by the pool, we can get a really good view of it. So let's head downstairs to check it out. Oh, look how cool the little hidden Mickey flower arrangement looks from up here. Usually you can't see it as well once you get down on the ground level. That's so beautiful. But yeah, let's take a little closer look. And it definitely is a toasty one when you come outside. We were all nice and cool inside of the resort, but I am risking heat stroke to walk all the way down here to the Contemporary dock to get a closer look of that Lakeshore Lodge. I think that's what they're calling it. Disney's Lakeshore Lodge at Fort Wilderness, Lakeside Lodge. It at once was going to be called Reflections Resort, but we're just going to have to wait and see what they call it. But we don't have to wait and see to get a little sneak peek. And as you can see, this is where you would come to take a boat to Fort Wilderness anyways. So you're definitely going to be able to take a boat ride here to the new DVC resort pretty soon. I zoomed in as far as I could go, and that is a lot of cranes, you guys. A lot of cranes and a lot of building. As someone who loves Fort Wilderness, you guys know I do not know how this is going to fit into the resort, but I am very hopeful. I'm hopeful that it's going to work. The Contemporary was kind of the first place to add a DVC tower, and if anything, it made this resort a little more cool, a little more available for people to stay at. You can rent DVC points, and it definitely didn't affect the classicness of the resort. Now, I do think that the Contemporary could use a little bit of an update, make it a little more contemporary, but I wouldn't want it to change too much. It's literally one of my favorite places to come and have a day like this. And just so you guys know, if you are staying at the Contemporary and you're trying to get to the campgrounds or to Disney's Wilderness Lodge, those boats don't start going till about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So you can't really get there in the morning if you're trying to have breakfast or lunch. You gotta wait a little bit, but that's okay. At least they still have transportation to get you there. And thank you guys for spending the day with me here at the Contemporary Resort. It was definitely an easy, chill, cool day. Exactly what I needed, getting back into the swing of things from my vacation. And leave a comment below. Like I said, are you a drum or a flat person? Also, I want to hear from you. What was your favorite thing that I had today? What are you going to be getting on your next trip to the Contemporary? And as always, peace, love, and positivity, and all the good things. Love you guys. Bye.